Thanks for having me.
And now to the latest on the transition of power in Washington. President-elect Joe Biden officially introduced his top economic advisors today.
He said the team will help rebuild an economy devastated by the pandemic. The six-member lineup, anchored by Janet Yellen as Treasury Secretary, is what Biden calls a, quote, first-rate team. News Nation's national political correspondent Dean Reynolds live in the newsroom tonight with more. Dean.
Rob, the president-elect held an in-person introduction of his economic advisors today in Wilmington, calling them, quote, a first-rate team that's going to get us through this ongoing economic crisis. Mr. Biden said that upon taking office, he will seek immediate relief to address health care issues, along with child care, family leave, rent payments, and student loans, all made more difficult by the pandemic. And he said special assistance should go to small businesses, plus struggling state and local governments. But he said lawmakers should not wait for Inauguration Day to act.
And right now, the full Congress should come together and pass a robust package for relief to address these urgent needs.
Mr. Biden introduced the people who will try to pull the economy through the pandemic.
To the United States Senate, I hope these outstanding nominees will receive a prompt hearing and that we will be able to work across the aisle in good faith and move forward as one country.
There were many firsts among them. Former chair of the Federal Reserve, Janet Yellen, to be the next Treasury Secretary. She would be the first woman in American history to have that job if she's confirmed by the Senate.
So many people struggling to put food on the table and pay bills and rent. It's an American tragedy, and it's essential that we move with urgency.
Princeton University economist Cecilia Rouse would be the first woman of color to head the Council of Economic Advisors.
This is a moment of urgency and opportunity, unlike any we've faced in modern times. The urgency of ending a devastating crisis and the opportunity to build a better economy in its wake.
And then there's Neera Tanden, who would be the first woman of color and the first South Asian American to become the director of the Office of Management and Budget.
I'm especially proud to work alongside leaders who understand that budgets are not abstractions. They are a reflection of our values.
But because she's drawn fire from both progressives and conservatives, Tanden may have some difficulty getting confirmed. Progressives accuse her of working to scuttle Bernie Sanders' presidential hopes, while Republicans view her as a fierce partisan. A fight sounds likely.
She doesn't seem to get invited to too many parties by either Democrats or Republicans. I have heard just today a lot of criticism, not just from my Republican colleagues, but also from my Democratic colleagues. I think she's going to have a tough time getting through.
Now, the new Biden team will be taking over at a perilous moment, with the pandemic spreading, worries about an economic recession coming next year, and with a Republican opposition that so far has largely declined to accept the legitimacy of his election 4 weeks ago today. Marnie?